Imani.
Hi.
Hi, my name is Brandy McCrary.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Today we're going to be doing what's called the 24-hour recall.
Okay.
And basically, it's taking all the foods that you've eaten in the course of 24 hours, and we're going to record them, and we're going to do it in what's called the multiple pass method. So what we mean by that is, like I said, 5 steps. The first step, we're just kind of get kind of an idea of what you've eaten, what all you've eaten in the course of the day. And then as we go through these different steps, it's going to get a little bit more descriptive.
Okay.
So the first step, I just want you to list all the foods you've had from, say, midnight to midnight last night, or a day in particular.
Okay. So for breakfast, I would say that would be around 9 o'clock. I had a sausage sandwich with water. I had cheese with it and mustard. And that's my breakfast. For lunch, I had a chicken burrito, and it had chicken, rice, pinto beans, a little sour cream, and it was in a tortilla. And I had a Coca-Cola with it.
Okay.
Let's see, and then I had some more water. Okay, and then I had dinner. It was around, I think, 6 p.m. It was cooked salmon with stove-cooked potatoes, sliced with salt and pepper, and I think some canola oil. And I had some, what was it? I had chocolate milk with my meal. And then I had some more water. And I think that's about it.
That was it? Okay, I'm just going to make a quick note here. I just want to make sure my camera's getting your voice. So I'm going to scoot this just a little bit closer.
Okay.
I just want to make sure we can
I'll
hear
talk
everything.
louder.
That could help too.
Okay.
Okay, so the point of the first step was just to get just kind of an outline of what you've eaten. So I know you've given me, when you've eaten these foods, and we won't go into that too much in depth until about step 3. So
Okay.
the second step, though, I'm going to read from a list that we commonly forget, of foods that we commonly forget. So with these, keeping in mind the foods that you've already listed, did you have any crackers, breads, rolls, tortillas that you might have forgotten about, aside from what you've already listed?
With my sausage sandwich, I had a hot dog bun.
Okay. Okay. Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
Okay. Did you have any hot or cold cereals that day?
No.
Okay. Any added cheese as a topping, maybe on vegetables or a sandwich?
No.
Okay. Did you have any chips, candy, nuts, any seeds?
I had, since it was Valentine's yesterday, I had like 4 chocolate hearts from C's Candy.
Okay. Okay. Any fruit that you had to eat additionally as like maybe a snack or part of your meal?
No.
Okay. What about any coffee or tea, additional soft drinks or juices?
I did have one of those small bottles of the Starbucks Frappuccino.
Okay.
Forgot to say that.
That's why we do that. How about any beer, wine, cocktails, brandies, any other drinks with liquor?
Unfortunately, I don't drink. So
Okay,
that's a no.
All right. Yeah, I don't drink either, so.
Right on.
Okay, great. So, just a few things that we forgot. So that's actually really good. The first 2 steps are done. This next step we're going to do is basically just to get an idea of when you had these meals. So let's see, the occasion. Just a second. Okay, yeah. When you had them, and also how you would describe that meal, so the occasion. So for the sausage sandwich, about what time did you have that?
I had it around 9 a.m.
Okay. And what would you classify that as?
I would classify it as breakfast.
Breakfast. The water that you listed with that, what was that part of?
I would say that's probably like in between my breakfast and lunch. Maybe it's a snack.
Okay. And about what time did you have that?
I would say about 11 a.m.
Okay. And the cheese that you had, about what time did you consume that, and what would you classify that as being part of?
That was on my sausage sandwich, so that would be 9 a.m. as well.
And the mustard, was that?
It was on the sausage sandwich too.
Okay, great. Okay, and the hot dog bun was there too. Okay. Okay, so chocolate hearts were listed as part of the list that we forgot about, so we'll just go through that real quick. About what time did you have those chocolate hearts?
I would say that was around maybe 8 p.m.
Okay. And what would you classify that as?
A snack. Junk food snack.
It's okay, we all have them.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next sort of meal that we compiled here, you included a chicken burrito. So about what time did you have that?
I had it about 1 p.m.
And what would you classify that as?
Lunch.
Is your lunch, okay. And the rice, I believe you mentioned that it was included in your burrito.
Yes.
So it was part of your lunch as well?
Yes.
Okay. And the pinto beans?
Yep.
The sour cream?
Yes.
And the tortilla?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, the next thing you listed was a Coca-Cola. So about what time did you consume that?
I had that with my burrito.
Okay.
So it would be 1 p.m.
1 p.m. And you also listed water. Was that consumed with the meal, or was it maybe
It was
part of a snack?
It was slightly after. I would say about maybe 1:30.
Okay. Okay, great. All right, the next kind of chunk of food we'll go through here. So your cooked salmon, about what time did you consume that?
I had that around 6 p.m.
6 p.m. And what would you classify that as?
Dinner.
You also listed stove-cooked potatoes. About what time did you consume that at?
It was dinner as well, 6 p.m.
Okay. And then your chocolate milk that you consumed, about what time was that consumed?
It was with my dinner.
Was it with dinner? Okay.
I had to think about that for a second. Yeah, 6 p.m.
Perfect. And you also listed some water. was that separate from dinner, or was that included in dinner?
That was actually included with
Okay.
dinner. I was really thirsty.
All right, and then the Starbucks Frappuccino from our second step. About what time did you drink that?
That was around 4 p.m.
Was that?
That was a snack.
It was a snack. Okay.
Mhm.
All right, so we're making good progress.
Okay.
The fourth step is going to take a little bit longer. It's kind of the step where we get all of the little details of what exactly you've eaten.
Okay.
So we're just going to go through one by one, probably get a little extensive with the questioning, but the more information we have, the more accurate of guidelines we can give you after.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see, we've got a sausage sandwich. So this hot dog bun and your sausage sandwich, was this a homemade sausage sandwich, or did you go out to consume somewhere?
We bought it at the store.
At the store? Okay, what was the brand name?
I think it was Kirkland brand.
Kirkland brand.
And it was just
Okay.
like one bun.
One bun?
Yeah.
Okay, of that one bun, can you show me, using this ruler, about how large that bun was?
Maybe 6 inches.
Okay. And was this bun that you had, what type of bread was it?
I would say it was white.
White. Okay. Now the sausage, so this sandwich in general, was it kind of, was it pre-made and then you just heated it up, or did you compile everything?
It was pre-made.
Pre-made, okay. Good to know. Okay. About how much cheese did you put on that sandwich?
It was just half of a slice.
Half of a slice. Okay. And was it, again using the ruler, about how thick was that slice?
Maybe like, I would say 1/4 of an inch.
Okay.
It's pretty thin.
And what type of cheese was it?
Cheddar.
Cheddar. Okay. All right, we also had mustard listed with that sandwich. So this mustard was additional, correct? Or was it included as part of the sandwich?
It was additional.
It was additional.
I added it myself. It was basically a teaspoon. I didn't add that much.
Okay, so about this much then. Or can you indicate?
About maybe half a teaspoon.
Half a teaspoon. Okay, perfect. And what brand mustard did you use?
I don't remember.
Okay, was it just like a really bright yellow mustard, like the French's, or maybe like a Poupon?
I see what you mean. It was a spicy mustard, spicy brown mustard. I think it was like the store brand.
Do you recall the store brand that it was?
Target.
Target. Okay, great. And we also had water at this meal.
Yeah, it was a 12-ounce glass of water.
A 12-ounce. Okay, great. All right, so we indicated in step 2 that the chocolate hearts you ate at 8 p.m. for a snack were from C's. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And about how big were these chocolates? Using, again, probably this ruler would best indicate.
About 1 inch.
1 inch.
And I had like 4 of those, so 4 1-inches.
Okay, were they filled with anything?
It was solid chocolate.
Solid chocolate. And what type of chocolate was it? Like milk chocolate, dark chocolate, white chocolate?
Milk chocolate.
Okay.
I'll bring you some next time.
I love chocolate. All right, so that takes care of the chocolate hearts. Okay, so now we're gonna get into lunchtime.
Okay.
This chicken burrito that you had, was this a burrito that you made at home and brought with you, or did you buy this prepackaged?
I bought it at a taqueria.
Okay.
Gordo.
Can't spell today. I'll come back to that later. Okay. And let's see. About, again, using the ruler, how long was this burrito?
6 inches.
6 inches.
It was pretty small. I mean, 6 inches isn't small. So.
Okay, let's see. All right, so the rice pinto beans we'll get a little bit more in depth with. Using, I guess we'll use these bean bags here. Can you show me about how much rice was in this burrito?
I guess 2/3 cup. It was a regular burrito, so it didn't have a lot of things in it. Yeah, I would say 2/3 cup of rice. Maybe 2/3 cup of pinto beans.
Okay. Now the rice, if you can recall, do you know what type of rice it was?
It was like white rice, but it was seasoned. I don't know what they seasoned the rice with.
Okay, that's all right.
Spanish rice, I think.
Spanish rice, okay. Okay, and again, you probably weren't back in the kitchen watching them prepare your pinto beans, so you probably don't know how those were prepared, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. All right, so the sour cream that was part of your burrito, about how much sour cream would you say you put on there, or did you have added?
I would say possibly a half a teaspoon because I asked for it on the side, and so I added it onto the burrito myself.
Oh, perfect. Okay. As long as we're going through that, did you have any guacamole on there either? Okay, just making sure. That's kind of like a typical, burrito thing, so just double checking. Okay, and then the tortilla that you had. I sure like using this ruler. Okay, about how big was this tortilla that you had?
Good question.
And it's kind of hard to tell when you go out to eat.
It's like a circle.
Yeah.
Maybe it was like 9 inches in length.
Okay, so all the way across, it was about 9 inches.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And do you happen to recall what type of tortilla it was?
It was a flour tortilla.
Flour.
I don't know what brand.
That's okay. Okay, good. All right. Now that you have the cup. Okay. When you had your Coca-Cola, do you happen to recall the size of the Coca-Cola? Was it like a can or a bottle?
It was like a container like this. Probably, I asked for a small, so 8 ounces, I guess.
Okay, so
it looked like that.
It looked like this. This one's actually 16 ounces, believe it or not. So, yeah, kind of crazy, right? So, I know. Okay, 16 ounces. Okay, and then we also listed water, but this was about 30 minutes later after we had lunch. So
Yeah.
about how much water, using, again, this cup, would you say that you had?
Probably like 2 of these. No, actually, I think it was like 20 ounce because I had a water bottle with me. I didn't bring it with me.
Okay, and your water bottle's a 20 ounce?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Did you drink all of that bottle?
About 3/4.
Okay. All right, great. All right, the last kind of chunk we have to do is dinner.
Okay.
So your cooked salmon. I have a deck of cards right here which represents about 3 ounces. So can you tell me about how large was your piece of salmon?
It was pretty thin. I didn't eat that much. Maybe like half, maybe 3/4 of this.
Okay. And was this cooked at your home, or did you go out to eat?
It was cooked at home. My mom
Okay.
made it. She baked it.
She baked it, okay. Did she bake it with any additional
Salt and pepper. I think she added dill, but I'm not sure. I didn't see her cook it.
Okay. Was there any added fat involved?
No.
Okay. Okay, great. All right, your stove-cooked potatoes. What type of potatoes were these? Were these red potatoes, the russet potatoes? Do you happen to know?
It was the russet potatoes.
Okay. Okay. And let's see. Using these bean bags again, these nifty bean bags, can you show me about how much, also using this plate, that you had of these potatoes?
Okay. Probably like half a cup.
Half a cup, okay. Also, these potatoes you said were cooked in canola oil? Or
Yes.
okay.
And salt and pepper.
And using the teaspoon, tablespoon measurements here, can you show me about how much canola oil you did use when preparing it, or your mom?
I don't know.
You
I
don't know?
didn't see her when she cooked it, so
Okay.
I couldn't tell you.
That's all right.
I mean, if I had to guess, I would probably say maybe a tablespoon.
Okay.
Or that's yeah, about a tablespoon.
Okay.
I would just say as a guess.
Well, a guess is better than nothing at all, so.
Okay.
It's all good. Okay, so do you happen to know the brand of the canola oil that your mom used?
No.
Okay, that's all right. Okay. Almost done here. So the chocolate milk that you had with dinner, using, again, this cup here, about how much did you have?
It wasn't even near this. It was like one of those small containers. It almost looks like a juice box, but it's milk. So I'm not sure.
Okay. So maybe, if you had to guess,
maybe like 8 ounces, maybe half of that.
so about half of it. Okay. Okay. And do you happen to recall the percentage fat of this chocolate milk?
It was reduced fat chocolate milk from Kirkland.
Perfect. Was it 2% or 1% if it's reduced fat?
I believe it was 2%.
we also had water with dinner. So again, using this blue cup here, about how much water did you consume?
I had 12 ounces.
About 12 ounces, so about one of these?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, kind of backtracking a little bit, but we also had our Starbucks Frappuccino at 4 p.m.
Okay.
So was this, I know Starbucks has different flavors of Frappuccinos. Was it like a vanilla one or a caramel one or the coffee?
It was a mocha one.
Mocha, okay. Did you drink all of it?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. I think it was probably about maybe 16 ounces. It's a very small, skinny bottle, so I'm not sure if it's 16 or 14 or 12 ounces.
Okay.
I would just say 16 ounces.
Okay.
To be on the guilty side.
That's okay. Sometimes it's better to over predict things or over report them than to under report them. So
Yeah.
Okay. So if you can visually recall, so this bottle was one of the smaller of the sizes than
Yeah.
because they have a large one too.
Yeah, it was a smaller size,
A
not
smaller
the tall size. It's the smaller size.
Okay.
Glass bottle.
Okay. All right, so we have kind of all of the additional features that we need for our multiple step process here. But the last step here, the 5th step, is just kind of to go over everything that we've talked about and make sure I didn't miss anything, or if there's anything that you forgot, then we can add it to the list as well. So stop me at any point if there's something that I have gotten wrong or that you want to add.
Okay.
Okay, so at 9 o'clock you had breakfast, and for breakfast you had a sausage sandwich, which consisted of one bun. It was a white bun. This was all pre-made, your sausage sandwich. You added half a slice of cheddar, which was about 1/4 of an inch thick. You also had 12 ounces of water with that meal, and you also added mustard, about half a teaspoon. It was spicy brown mustard from Target. Okay, around 8 p.m., so we're a little bit out of order, but that's okay, because we're going to classify it as a snack. But at 8 p.m. you said you had C's chocolate hearts, and that you had 4 of them. They were milk chocolate, and about 1 inch in size. Okay, and then for lunch, around 1 p.m. you had a Gordo Taqueria burrito that was 6 inches. You know what? I'm already seeing something that I did miss. This chicken burrito that you had obviously had chicken in it.
Yeah.
If you could tell me real quick, as we're going through the last part of this process, about how much chicken was in that burrito, maybe using these bean bags here.
Probably about maybe like 3 ounces.
Okay. Was it shredded?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And how did this chicken taste? Or did it taste like it had maybe something added to it when it was?
It tasted like it had maybe maybe a spicy sauce.
Okay.
But I'm not exactly sure. Maybe like a green sauce, because it was a little greenish, so I'm thinking that's what it was.
Okay. And this was nothing additional that you asked for, or
No.
Okay. All right. So good. That's why we have the last step, is to make sure we don't forget anything. So, okay. So we've got the burrito here with 3 ounces of the shredded spicy chicken, which looked like it had a green sauce in it. You also reported that you had about 2/3 of a cup of white or Spanish rice in this burrito. About 2/3 of a cup of pinto beans in the burrito. Half a teaspoon of sour cream that you added as a side to the burrito. You said that the tortilla was about 9 inches in diameter and that it was a flour tortilla.
Yes.
And then you also reported having a Coca-Cola with your burrito that was about 16 ounces. One thing that I didn't ask here, was this a particular type of Coca-Cola?
Just regular Coca-Cola.
Regular.
And it had ice.
So if it was regular, does that indicate that it wasn't a diet, it was full sugar?
Yes, full sugar.
Okay. All right, continuing with the last step here. It's taken a while. You also had some water, but about a little bit later for a snack, you said that you had about 3/4 of your 20-ounce bottle. And for dinner, looks like we had about 3/4 of that deck of cards of cooked salmon. You said it was home baked with salt, pepper, and dill, no additional fat. Your slow cooked potatoes, you said were of the russet variety. You had about half a cup prepared with canola oil and salt and pepper, and about a tablespoon you said of canola oil.
Yeah.
And then some chocolate milk with dinner that was reduced fat, 2%, Kirkland brand, about half a cup. Or you said about half of the blue cup, so about 8 ounces, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And a little bit of water, here about 12 ounces of water you also reported, and a Starbucks Frappuccino for a snack that was about 16 ounces, so the smaller size, and the Mocha Frappuccino.
Yes.
Does everything sound good?
Yes.
Okay, I think we have a pretty good record of the food you ate in the last 24 hours, so thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Right. I can figure out where my mouse is.